Hey folks, Trans Poke Corner here, and today we are going to be doing my top 4 biggest battles on box.gg for Pokemon cards. So stay tuned, these are absolute bangers of battles. We're already starting off really strong with 2 massive hits on the very first spin. And these are all going to be shared battles, honestly my favorite battle format, because pretty much everybody who plays in the battle is guaranteed to get something. You know, nobody really loses unless nobody pulls anything good at all in the battle. Basically, everybody in the shared battle gets an equal share of the winnings, hence shared battle. There's definitely advantages and disadvantages to doing a shared battle. One of the obvious advantages is, well, everybody shares the prize, so if one person does particularly bad, you don't walk away with nothing necessarily. But the disadvantage is, again, kind of the same thing. You can see here the gem value is split evenly between the 4 players. Where this could be a disadvantage really is if you get into doing the high spice boxes and nobody pulls anything. I couldn't imagine opening 20 Moonbreon boxes in a 4-player battle and getting 300 gems worth of cards out of it. I tend to stay away from high spice boxes on shared battles just for this reason. So for shared battles, like I said, I tend to lean towards boxes that have a better chance of breaking even or pulling a card that is worth the cost of opening the box. So you'll see a lot of 25% boxes that I've made on Forge and also 50% boxes talking about the break-even point. And these tend to be a lot more forgiving when it comes to shared battles. Now as far as box design, I like to include at least a couple big hits in there in addition to your regular mid-tier hits. And that's because if you do a shared battle, you have more players, and therefore someone at least has a better chance of pulling one of those big hits. So if you're doing a 4-way shared battle, that's 4 times the chances to pull that card. But you also have to remember that's also going to be split 4 ways, so kind of a double-edged sword. Keep that in mind when you do shared battles. Now the other thing to think about is you can't really choose how the winnings are split. Yes, it's going to be split equally, but you don't get to pick the cards that are assigned to you as part of the battle. That can be a little frustrating, especially if you pull something you really want and it gets given to a bot and you get a gem voucher instead. So just be prepared for that. I do shared battles a lot because I do a lot of marketplace withdrawals. I love collecting vintage Pokemon cards. It's kind of my thing. So yeah, take that with a grain of salt. So I want to take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, well, partial sponsor. A lot of these battles you saw today were paid for out of my own pocket, but this video was partially sponsored by box.gg. If you want to support the channel, feel free to use my affiliate code DRANCARDS. It'll get you 5% bonus gems on box.gg, and it does help the channel out quite a lot. I do get a small kickback on that, so thank you to everybody that uses my code. It's truly appreciated for keeping this channel alive. I also just want to say a quick thank you to Retrokid for letting me use this awesome music in my videos. If you like synthwave and you like 90s nostalgia, definitely check his stuff out. It's all amazing. Subscribe to him on YouTube. Finally, a decent hit with that Vaporeon. Now this battle here is about a $400 box battle, but the last one is absolutely huge. It's almost $1,000, the absolute biggest box battle I've ever done. So stay tuned for that one. This one's a good one too though. By the way, I usually mention this a lot earlier in my videos, but what we're doing today is actually opening up digital mystery boxes on box.gg. It's a platform where you can get real cards opening digital boxes. If you want to learn more, check out some of my other videos on Boxed. I have quite a few tutorials up, and it's pretty great. That is, if you're smart about how you use it, use Boxed responsibly. Just like if you're opening packs, set a budget for yourself. It really does help. So of course for the big battle we're going to do Prismatic Evolutions, and that's because I cannot find a single pack of Prismatic Evolutions anywhere. Like, the scalpers have just devoured it all. Ooh, and look at that lovely 151 Zard there. That's a card I really want to get in a PSA 10. But I'd love to try to pull it from a pack, honestly. But the problem is, even in my super rural town, the scalpers pretty much got all the 151. Even the Sam's Club, like scalpers hitting a rural Sam's Club, cleaning out all the 151. So I never actually got to open a single pack of 151. But at least with Boxed I can open it up. Now, Boxed for me, oh, there's another Vaporeon. Boxed for me falls somewhere between opening packs and buying singles in terms of the value I get from it. there's about an 85% return on value on average over a large enough sample. And that's coming from someone who has opened literal tens of thousands of boxes on box.gg, both before and after my sponsorship. Now, I love cracking packs just as much as anybody else, but I think what makes Box a little better for me is I can either keep the cards that I get, or I can actually exchange them. And look at that bubble meal. That was a heck of a hit right there. That's another card I'd love to have. Like I said, I've got the Japanese one in the PSA 10. But that's really it for me. It's the flexibility, the ability to trade cards in for slabs. I'm a big first edition WotC era collector, or I can actually just withdraw the card and have it sent to me. I like having options, and right now, honestly, I'm actually doing a lot of slabbing out, as I like to call it, trading in cards I pull for good first edition slabs, and that's because the prices on a lot of these cards is super inflated right now. You can thank the scalpers for that, but that is a major advantage for me over opening packs. That Pikachu's a pretty sweet hit, but I don't think I quite broke even here. Now folks, make sure you like and subscribe. I do have a huge giveaway running on the channel right now, so just check out my other videos, you'll find it. Let me know what you think of my biggest battle too. I didn't quite break even on this one. Let me know in the comments too if you want to see me do more of these massive box battle videos. I think shared battles are a lot more fun than winner takes all, and that's because everybody shares in the hits that you get, rather than just, you know, with winner takes all, you basically are taking everybody else's collecting money. That is, if you win. If you lose, you get nothing. So, shared battles, pretty awesome. Thanks so much for watching, folks. Like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video.